You just got back to school and you will need Excel to succeed your administration degree. This video is for you. We will go over Excel basics such as charts, pivot tables, and basic functions. Everything you need for a good refresher on Excel, succeed your degree, and stop wasting time looking at everywhere in Excel. I will point the right places for you. What's up, students? I'm Dave. I'm a CPA. I'm 30 years old and I have a degree in accounting. I'm also a chartered professional accountant, and I made this video to help you succeed at school and to make sure that Excel has no secrets for you. When I was at school, the first thing I always wanted to know is how much I need in the next exam to score an A. Don't get me wrong, it was always A+ in my case, just kidding. We have a data set here. What we're gonna do in this video is first gonna clean the data and format it. Also, we're gonna calculate total scores and grades. We're gonna do a course analysis with the pivot tables. And then we're gonna visualize your performance with charts so you can know where to improve and what you need next to get your A score. We have a data set here. We have Barbie Bieber, Taylor Swift, Oppenheimer Potter. We have the course name, the assignment scores, midterm score, and the final exam score. We're gonna do the average of the courses, and then we're gonna see, okay, if we want an A for a grade, it's 90 to 100. If we want a B, it's 80 to 89. How do we clean this data? First of all, what I want to do is just to identify my duplicates. It's something that might be useful in your day-to-day. So as you can see in column B, I have twice Taylor Swift. So what you could do if you have a huge list is just click on the column, go in the conditional formatting, and then go in highlight sales rules, and then click on duplicate values. It's gonna highlight your duplicate values, and then what you can do if you don't want double Taylor Swift, right click on the row and then you click delete. There you go, Taylor Swift is gone. We only have one entry left. The next thing I want you to learn is how that you can split those assignment scores without just typing them in 4 times. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click on the column, click insert, quick shortcut to repeat the last action. You can do F4 4 times, select your data, go into data, go into text to column, and then that's what we call a delimiter. So you click on delimited and you tell Excel, okay, I want that everything that is separated by a comma, I want them in a new column. And then you click next, and then you click finish. And see how all your numbers became their own column. Then you can select all your columns and double click between them. So when it becomes a T, you just double click and see how your column became smaller. Then you can just name your column. All right, what we want to do next, I won't do a math class here, but let's say that all of those assignments were the same. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 100 divided by 6, whatever it gives, let's say 15% each. So we go with the average formula equals average, pretty simple here. And we just take those numbers. Then what you can do is just drag the lower right end of the cell and drag it down. Now we have a clean-ish data set. Let's say it was super quick with all the shortcuts that we just learned, and we want to know which grade it will give me if I will have this specific score. For the sake of this example, I will just put that this Taylor Swift was really performant and got 100 in her midterm exam and in her final exam, and that Barbie Bieber was really drunk during that movie and she had a really, let's say 10% on assignment 3. All right, so don't blink, you're gonna learn a new formula here to assign those brackets into the grade. So you don't have to go at, okay, 73 is a C, so you'll just do it with an Excel function. Function that we'll learn today is XLOOKUP, which you might have heard of VLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is just way more powerful. So if you type equal XLOOKUP, what we want to do here is to select the average we just calculated, and then we do a comma. The lookup array will be my column Q here, which is the lower end of the bracket. And then the return array that you will want is actually the grade. You can leave blank the if not found section, And then into the match mode is probably the most important stuff. You have to type -1. And then you just close the parenthesis, see how Barbie Bieber as a C, and then you drag your formula. Once again, Oppenheimer got 81, 81 is a B, and then Taylor Swift got a A, and she's 93. What's up guys, I hope you're stoked of getting back on the school bench. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and tell me in the comments what is your haha moment so far. Which function did you learn that you think you're gonna use the most in the next few months? Section 3 of this video is how we do pivot tables. So first of all, we just select the whole data and then we click on insert and then on pivot table. And then we have a blank pivot table with the fields on the right. So let's say we want the student names as a row, just drag it there. And then we want, let's say, all of the values. We want the assignment one, assignment. We have everyone here, and I will show you something that is actually really useful. It's called the slicers. So when you have a large data set, sometimes you can just filter on clicking here and just, you know, go here and filter those guys. But I'll show you something way more useful, which is a slicer, and it goes like this. You click on student name, and then as you can see, it looks way cleaner, and you can select whoever you want. And even if you want to select more people, you just click on control, and then you see you have more people that just arrives. And then you want to remove Taylor Swift, you just click on control, Taylor Swift again, and here you have your pivot table. When you did your pivot table, yours might look different than mine. It's because I use the tabular form, which is actually the best form to visualize your data the correct way. I have a long video on pivot tables and all of the tricks that you can watch right now. Other than that, you can just click on your pivot table, you go into the design tab, and under the report layout, you can click on show tabular form. Then you click on repeat all item labels, and you should have the same result as you see here. Now let's say you want the average of what's the score of the final exam, because you have a long list of students, let's say, or a long list of data. All you have to do is to remove the student name, remove the grade, and here, as you can see, you have the sum of the final exam, but we want the average. So you go at the very right bottom here, and then on the sum of final exam, you click, you go into value field settings, and then you can change to whatever you want. So if you want the maximum or the minimum, let's say you have 10 students, if you click on max, it's going to give you whoever had the max score, on minimum, whoever has the minimum score. But let's say you want to put the average, you just click on average. Again, you have your slicer that is still there. So if you want the average between specific people, let's say you and your 5 friends that are a little team studying together, you can check some people out. Section 4 is actually the best section of this whole video. It is to use charts. So if you want to visualize your data and see your performance of you and your friends, this is the way to go. So you click on your pivot table, and then you click on the pivot table analyze tab, and then under the tools ribbon, you can click on pivot chart. Then you can select, let's say, a bar chart. And what is cool with this is that your pivot chart is actually linked with your pivot table. So everything that we saw, let's say the slicer is still working. Let's say you are Barbie Bieber, and then you click there. As you can see, the chart automatically adjusts, so you have only your data. If you want to compare and add Potter, you can click here, and actually you have a bar chart. Quick tips on the chart that I want to show you. Actually, you can clean some noise. Let's say you only want assignment 1 to 3. All you have to do is remove data from your pivot chart field to your right. And then let's say you want to see which is the best. You can go in the design tab and then change a chart type. because right now we don't really see who's the best. We see that Barbie Bieber was drunk on exam number 3, which is the gray bar. She didn't really perform. So what you could do real quick is to go into the column chart type and then put it under a stat column and then click OK. And quick tips, if you want to make sure your graph looks great and you want to put it in a PowerPoint or a presentation, you can actually click the plus here and then click on the axis title and you can add a chart title, or you can use the quick layout and they're going to give you a lot of different layouts to make sure your charts look great. Okay, the most important part of this video, there is one exam left and you want to know how much you need in that final exam to get a B grade instead of a C grade. We're gonna use the goal seek function. Under the data ribbon, you go under forecast and we're gonna use the what if analysis. Click on goal seek. Then you're gonna set the cell K4, which is actually the average. What you need to get a B grade, you need actually 80, and you want to change the cell of the final exam. Then you click OK, then Excel do his thing, look at all those calculations, and hopefully you get some bonus point because you need 127 on your exam to get a B grade. Oh my god. If you want to learn more on Microsoft Excel, it's right here. I swear you do those mistakes. I swear you do them. Peace, see you later guys.